Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to League Zero. I'm Joe Razor, joined here as always by Sai. We're going to have a matchup in the intermediate division in between probably the two best teams, Mob Mentality and the Guangzhou Gangsters.
Thank you again so much, Joe, for the great intro as always. And I'm glad to be back again, casting the intermediate division. And I'm excited for these two teams and for everybody who's watching that's not really keeping up with with standings. These are the top two standings team, and the stats are almost identical. If I'm talking about it, Mob, these two teams have been playing phenomenally, both teams having 5 wins and only 1 loss. So the only thing that really separating them from first and second place is one map difference.
Yeah.
Literally only one map difference. Both teams have 17 map wins, except Guangzhou Gangsters have 6 loss and Mob Mentality have 5. So it's like, it's basically the Guangzhou Gangster got to play one extra map, and that ended up being the loss that they had. But other than that, these teams are almost like really neck to neck, and I'm excited to see what they bring to the table.
Yeah. The only map Guangzhou Mob Mentality, lost was in the one game they lost. No, I'm really dumb. They they out of the two maps they lost, out of the 5 maps they lost, 3 of them came in one game. This is just a very dominant team. And I think this is going to be the toughest test for both teams. Guangzhou's only loss of the season came at week 2. So this is really just a battle for who will get the top seed heading into playoffs. This is the last week of regular season matches. So I'm just very excited for this matchup.
Yeah, and we're talking about going into playoffs with the first seeding and the second seeding. Like, both teams look so dominant, as you were talking about. And I do want to mention that Mob Mentality are currently, I was watching a couple of the League Zero countdowns last week, and a lot of analysts were talking about how Mob Mentality is so great at understanding the very popular current meta, which has been the Shadow Dive. And I agree with them, because every time I watch Mob Mentality, they just know how to play around that team composition so well. Really push the team to their limits and the composition, and it's not an easy composition to play. Shadow Dive, you have the whole not Symmetra, my bad, Sombra and Reaper DPS, and then you have the tanks who are just like a more so a kind of counter dive yet dive. Sometimes it really depends on who Sombra Hex and how much damage Reaper does. So it is a hard composition to play. Everybody has to do their role very properly for it to actually play out the way they want to. But they have it down. That's why this team, Mob Mentality, is so good. But don't forget, Guangzhou Gangsters are literally just behind them. They're just as good. And talking about getting things started, look at that. I do believe we have Lijiang Tower actually selected for our first map, and this is a map that is super hectic, especially at Marketplace.
Yeah. Lijiang Tower is a place where we probably won't see the standard Shadow Dive, Shadow Brawl coming from maybe either side. Junkrat can be run on parts of this map. Symmetra is very popular. So I'm just very interested to see what these teams opt to run here on this opening map.
Yeah, and Mob, what I'm really interested is that, we've been casting a lot of expert games, and for the viewers who haven't been watching all the expert games, in expert division, they love to run, instead of running this shadow dive composition, they are more fond of running the double shield composition, which is thanks to Jazza, who was explaining to us why they opted to run that composition earlier on the interview last week. He was talking about how this is a great counter to the ball tracer composition, which works really well against the Shadow Dive, because things are just moving around so much. It's very hard for Sombra and Reaper to keep track of different enemies and build their ultimate charge. And now double shield has been really popular, and I've been seeing a lot of top tier players in Overwatch like Fran and a lot of pros talking about how they're not really fond of double shield and how it's coming back. So I was excited to see if these teams will run it, but looks like not. They're just going back to their regular shadow dive,
Yeah.
coming in almost mirror composition.
Yeah, we're gonna see the shadow dive here. Coming out from both sides there. Winston Ball was gonna get popped early, and so does QZY. Gets caught out of position, taken down. The Diva got hacked up, so he wasn't able to defense matrix him, and then it's just gonna send him back to spawn.
Yeah, once your falls, especially Winston, it's just so much health and so much body power gone. And look at that, the Diva's getting constantly hacked.
Yeah, the Diva keeps getting hacked, and that's a good right boost. It sent 3 players off the edge. 2 of them managed to get back to the floor.
Again?
Thankfully, Quirky's gonna set another one off, and that's just some phenomenal play there from Mob Mentality to hold on to the point here.
Oh, and this is just such a great start from Mob Mentality coming out, especially for Cork P. They just got so much ultimate charge off of those 2 boops. So look at them. Both support ultimates are almost online, where for the side of the Guangzhou Gangsters, only a Moira ultimate. Oh, they started off with that.
Yeah, both sides are gonna pop their coalescences early. His phone's gonna get picked off by Greco. That's another phenomenal boop, but it's gonna send 1 player off the edge there. Ian's traded out here, so they're gonna try to fight on the side. The Primal Rage is gonna try to turn this fight, and he's just gonna end up falling off the map himself, not able to get anything out of that. And they're gonna hold on here, building up to 50%.
Yeah, and
that's such a late kill.
That is such a late kill, and that pick coming out very early from the Greek God, picking out Phone, who's their Reaper, and it looks really good, right? Your Reaper is down, a lot of damage is missing, but it doesn't matter. Corpy just answers back by killing Chloric Acid.
Yo, that's phenomenal! The EMP bomb comes through and allows them to get it open. Blossom! What is that? They pop the EMP Blossom, and he fights 4!
Oh, and the whole idea for Guangzhou Gangsters were there to EMP bomb to just displace them, at least like push them into the bridge, but it just didn't work. The bomb placement wasn't as great as they thought, and now the only thing they have to work with is Clue's Death Blossom.
He got it.
Oh no.
A's got hacked up and taken out, and then Quirpy sends a Clue off the edge, and they're gonna build up to 90% here. There's gonna be a tag coming in from Greek God, but he's gonna get DMAC and taken out fairly soon here. They may have been enough to trigger overtime, and it is, but I don't know if anybody else is gonna get back. That boop is phenomenal! But somebody manages to touch point. ATZ does, but Clue, he gets booped away from the point. These boots have been phenomenal from Corpy so far this map, and the first point's gonna be 100-0 to Mob Mentality.
I'm just going to say this out right out now. Corpy literally carried Mob Mentality literally this match, because
so many environmental kills.
Corpy has been just on fire, getting these crucial moves. You know, you have to play around the bridge when you are playing in that map, especially Night Market right there. So they took advantage of that. Corpy was booping not only them off the map, but also crucial boops like booping off a Winston while they're trying to jump on the point last second to trigger their overtime, even booping Clue while they were ulting on point. So really great stuff for Corpy, and this is what I'm talking about. This is why Mob Mentality is the first seeding team, because you give them one little advantage, they know exactly how to take care of it. And look at that, Symmetra teleports coming in, and people are already fighting on the point.
Guangzhou opts to run the Symmetra there, but Corpy, he tries to get the flashy boop kill. He does manage to get one before getting traded out there by ATZ, but the point presence is really here for Guangzhou. With that Symmetra, it's going to be very hard to push forward onto the point there. That's a great DMAC on a Jula, and this is looking phenomenal there. They already have the sim wall, and the coolest is going to come out from Trudong to try to just clean everything, try to turn this fight here. They managed to get the kill. They're going to fight too. It looks like they're going to maybe be able to turn this here. The counter coolest is going to come out, try to shred everybody down there. The Reaper's put in so much damage that it allows Ian to take down Silent Sword. That's a great kill there. No main tank kill for either side. As the Ryan's going to return in the Flame Shatter, and it's 3 people. He comes back from spawn, drops the hammer, and secures the fight for his team.
Oh, that was so nice. Especially if you are going through Gangsters, you're super happy about it. Your supports, use both ultimates, and now look at that. The Chloric Acid already has a beat ready with Greek Gods Graviton Surge. So that's going to allow the Reinhardt QZY to build his ultimate up again. But they have to keep in mind that Kilroy has a EMP ready and Phone has Dead Blossom on the way. So if they could avoid that, or at least keep
The EMP's great! It hits all 6! And they're not even going to use the Blossom. That's some great discipline there from Phone not to use the Blossom. Only use the EMP there to win the fight, and that's just a very clean fight win. They used the EMP and the Primal Rage to take that fight win.
Yeah, Silent Sword definitely had a really good ultimate right there, understanding the positioning. I think that call, the entire call of going in, Guangzhou Gangsters at that position was great because they were just latching around the very end of the map. And look at that, another Lord.
And they tried to teleport on the point, and only one player managed to get there.
What do you even do if you are Guangzhou Gangster right now? Because mob mentality, when you give them a ultimate economy, they know how to work with it. They know how to use each other's ultimate to build more ultimate. It kind of keeps cycling them around. That's what they have been doing. Only 2 ultimates per fight and helping others building the ultimate. But look at that, they're at a skirmish again.
They're not even able to TP to point. The TP gets immediately destroyed. Only one gainer point. They're going to drop the B, and the pin comes through to the point here. So they're just going to try to move on it, take out the tank line. But ATZ is going to fall. Jula is going to get taken down. The bomb's not going to get anything as the grab's going to come through. It's not going to hit anybody as well. The beat is there. The shatter's going to hit nobody, but it doesn't even matter. This is looking great here for the Guangzhou Gangsters. It took them a couple of ultimates, but they should be able to do this here. Silencer's putting in a fair amount of damage here with the Primal Rage. He's really the only one left alive. It looks like they may want to recontest this. As Player's trying to return, Silencer does manage to trade out his life for a kill there. Jula's on the point. He's going to get taken out of Mac. And this is still looking great here for Guangzhou, so they're going to cap.
You see, I did want at first when I was looking at this fight, right? They wasted 3 ultimate. Well, not wasted. They invested 3 ultimate. That's quite a lot. Ultimately, Graviton Surge. But look at this, a very late kill, probably. No.
Are they gonna push it to spawn here? No, they're gonna back on out.
No, I don't think they could do that. But
right with the EMP.
Oh no.
The EMP's phenomenal here. They're going to try to only use that to win this fight. It looks like they may be able to do it again here. They're forced to use the Coalescence. They only got 1 kill off the back of the EMP. The Coalescence here from either side. Clue's going to drop the Blossom, but not a single kill from it. The grab's going to get thrown in immediately after here. And allows them to get 2 kills off the back of that. So Clue's going to get 2 kills here on this Reaper, taking down the tank line all by his lonesome. And this is looking great here for the Guangzhou Gangsters as they're going to try to take down the remaining players here. From the flank, Phone is there. He's going to drop the Blossom, but the shield's there. And then the Solar Shatter's going to hit him. No kill for him. The Wrecking Ball's returning to point now as Silence sort of switched over the tank lights here for Mob Mentality, but that's really about it. True Donger does manage to get 1 kill, but QZY is going to get 2, and then he's going to take the pin into Jula. Quirk piece on point here with the Lucio, but I don't think he's going to really be able to turn it there, and that's going to be it for point 2.
Yeah, and that was a very interesting thing right there. So Kilroy did have a lot of good EMPs, and the only time we've seen some amazing follow-up was actually from the side of Silent Sword, because they could actually reach it and dive in and just do a lot of damage with their Primal Rage. Now, Jula's Diva pick right there was very questionable to me, at least. You have at the side of Guangzhou Gangsters, you have a Zarya and a Symmetra. So those are 2 beam champions. They literally just feed off of a Diva who has a very big hitbox. Diva cannot block, negate any of that damage. The best thing Diva could do is maybe eat a Graviton Surge, but that's very situational. The thing is that Jula barely got any value out of the entire time because oh no, whoa.
I don't even know what to say. I was gonna make a comment about how both sides opted to stay on the Symmetra, and then Jula was running the Diva again, which may be a bit detrimental, but he could eat the Junkrat mines. But then the fight's already over. So
yeah, Phone just like came in through like double pancake, and was like, you know what? Here, have some IHOP, and just blew the entire team up. But
some IHOP.
Yeah, you know, and that's literally what just happened. He just like minded everyone, and look at that, this nice rotation coming out. I don't know about this though. It's a very close quarter. Yeah. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's pretty strange there. As Clue and ATZ are gonna fall, so no DPS line. They're gonna try to push forward. This just looks kind of sloppy here. Fight from the Guangzhou Gangsters. The two men to get a
Yeah.
kill on the phone, but
Now this is very interesting. So if you're going up against the Junkrat, especially in control center right here, you don't really necessarily want to rotate between the middle because that choke point is so small. That is a very small choke point, and Junkrat thrives off of smaller choke points. Looks like ATZ will be swapping off to the McCree, but I
the
don't think that's gonna
tire.
hurt him.
Oh,
Oh,
he's taken out of the
wow.
fight. Not able to get any value out of it. The coalescence from True Junker is going to chime in as well, and that's just some phenomenal Junkrat play here coming out from phone, kind of just dominating this map.
Yeah, and now Kilroy, look at a Kilroy. They have a ultimate ready. The entire shield and Court P has access to their beat. Now, Greek God needs to land a Graviton Surge right here, but QZY has to land. Oh my God.
He's not even able to use this graph.
And no, I like they're not even they're not even letting me talk right now. I'm trying to explain why these the Graviton Surge and
Wait.
oh no
Oh no, phone. Phone is so smart. He knows exactly where he is. It just sends him off the edge there with his concussion mine. I mean, this is the most dominating Junkrat performance I've ever seen.
Yeah, and the team Guangzhou Gangsters are not even allowed to go in. Oh no.
The Shatter fights something. The counter Shatter also fights something. The Graph's there, but the Beat's there to counter it. Phone with the tire. He's already built up another wall, and it's massive. Oh, what?
Um. Okay. There goes that. We at least know what the play of the game will be, but wow, phone being this dominating, just dominating this hard on Junkrat was
Wait.
excellent. But it doesn't even matter.
Wait,
We forgot about
wait.
forgot about the boobs. You don't remember. Look at that. A beautiful boob just coming in. Knowing exactly Lucio's exact range on that boob, it really helped Corpi out there. They just knew the exact range. They didn't even have to go up to the enemy's face. Just barely get there, know the range of the boop, and just boop everybody off that little bridge unexpectedly. And wow, that was the first match was super dominant from the side of mob mentality. And I do want to say, since these two teams have like they're so close to beating each other, especially map difference wise, this will make this is a very big deal because even this smallest map loss counts a lot towards the standing. I
Yeah,
don't think Gangsters will drop anytime soon to third place, but it does depend on double cap how well they do in this coming today's game. But other than that,
yeah.
I think
Theoretically,
yeah,
if Guangzhou
theoretically,
get 3-0 and then double cap 3-0, they would be
then
tied. Um,
yeah, they would be tied.
so Guangzhou need to make sure that they at least win a map here to secure top two. If they whoever wins this match, however, does just get that first place spot in the intermediate.
Oh yeah,
So
no doubt.
this is probably, like we were mentioning earlier, one of the most important matches of the season so far for Inter. And so far, Mob Mentality look like they're coming out on top here. That second map looked a bit dicey. Second point, excuse me, where Guangzhou did manage to take it, but map point 1 and 3 were all Mob Mentality.
Yeah, especially map at last point I should say at control center. Oh, I don't think Guangzhou Gangster even got to touch the point once, other than their support like barely grazing it from the second fight. But other than that, they literally Guangzhou Gangster literally did not leave the choke point from their spawn. It was just that bad because phone's pressure from that junk trend was just immense. Like, how do you even deal with that? And then you have Kilroy on that Symmetra, just putting all their turrets on that choke point, slowing down anybody, and you just phone is just raining down hell from above or even from the side. It doesn't even matter. And you have to give credit. A lot of people might say, "Oh, Junker is an easy character to play and whatnot." Yes, Junker does have a very low floor, but it has a high ceiling. To play Junker very well, you have to be very smart at positioning yourself and placement of your traps and your concussion mine. And that's what we saw from Phone. Phone was just really using concussion mine to do as much as damage possible. And now we have King's Row in our hand. Probably one of my favorite maps to watch from teams. It's always a map that goes like super tight, super close when both teams are like really good at sub par. But looks like a quick little pause coming on. Maybe
It must have been an auto disconnect.
yeah, it's most likely a auto disconnect from the side of any of the teams. But other than that, I'm excited to see what the Kings Row brings. Now, my question is, Greek God did look really good on that what do you call it,
Zarya.
Zarya pick, and I kind of want to see more of that, because the second point, right, where in Night Market, Greek God was just playing phenomenal on that Zarya, just burning down Jula as much as possible, and Jula does not seem to be quite comfortable other than being on Diva. So if Greek God and ATZ really play their cards right, they could counter that easily with a Symmetra and a Zarya combination. But you do have to understand that if you're going to do that, Kilroy is going to be a big threat, because if Kilroy gets any hack on Greek God, like QZY, their main tank, and all the supports are just going to be super vulnerable. So it looks like we do have a restart from the side of one of the teams, and we're just waiting for all the players to really get in. Please do be mindful and be patient with us, since the new game, Call of Duty Cold War, did come out. The servers have been a bit wonky for the
Yeah,
past couple of hours, so
we're gonna
please
see a
keep
sub.
that. Oh, we're okay. Fine, we're going to see a sub coming in, but
Fine.
Yeah, so if I can interrupt just a
Mhm.
second, both teams said R, and then as I was pressing the start button, the manager for Guangzhou was like, "Wait, actually, we have a swap." So I'm just trying to humor them here.
All right.
No problem. No problem. So
Yeah.
it looks like we'll just back out probably and just do a quick little sub. But hey, no team loses anything from this. They're both the game didn't even start, so I think this is a fair sub coming in. It looks like we have Pineapple subbed in. As for I'm blanking on the name of the person they
It
were
was
subbed in
chloric
for.
acid. Was
Yeah, he got
Chloric acid.
subbed in
There
for
you go.
chloric acid.
That's a nice name. I like that name. It's
Yes. So Pineapple will be going in on the support line. On the defense, though,
ooh.
will
Now
be Mob Mentality, and they're going to be opted to run a Junkrat McCree comp.
And then for the attacker side, you have a McCree May composition, hoping that they don't change this, of course, because the teams like to mess around with casters all the time in games. They'll always do this. But yeah, it's very interesting. Now, I do like the pick of May right here. If it's played correctly, this could get a lot of value, especially like May is just will be so good at just creating space for the QZY and Greek God to really work with, because the freeze really comes in handy against Silent Sword and Jula. So if they could do that, that would be amazing. It looks like they are opting to run both teams just that. May will be coming out, and I'm excited to see how Clue manages to work with this May in this attack.
Yeah, another thing we've been seeing, saw first map, we're seeing it here again, is the option for Guangzhou to run the Zarya while Mob run the Diva here. That's a kind of scuffed Maywall there coming out from Clue, a very early MO field. That's going to allow them to get a kill, however, so they're just going to push forward, get 2 opening picks. The Immortality field being used in an awkward spot doesn't really matter. It buys them space, buys them time, and it buys them a team fight.
Yeah, I think the May wall was super crucial right there. And missing that May wall really allowed QZY to take a lot of damage, and his shield broke fairly early. You're playing against a McCree, you're playing against a McCree Junkrat. That's a lot of damage, especially if there was shield. So you have to be very careful. Look at that, phone already has ultimate ready. So this is going to be, this fight, it will be really interesting. Oh, they're all inside.
The tire? It's inside and he does it again! The 4K map 1, the 3K map 2, and oh my word, Phone's a beast.
How do you even deal with this, man? Like, what do you do? Now, the one way I'm thinking that maybe Guangzhou could answer Phone's Junkrat is by playing Diva into this. Diva probably will be the best and most consistent answer. And Jula's doing a great job.
Really fast.
Yeah, he's super fast. Oh, another fight starting with Coalition.
Oh, that's a nice shatter. Hits 4 people. They try to just run in past the Ant Matrix, but they just get countered by a shatter. There's the Blizzard's going to get committed from Clue, but it doesn't really matter because everybody else is falling on his team. As this is just looking great here for Mob Mentality.
Yeah, and I was going to say a very questionable use of Blizzard, but that's probably because they want to swap off. Yep, there you go. Clue just swaps off the Junkrat because they realize they cannot match the damage. Now look at this though. Both tank lineups have their ultimate from the side of Guangzhou. So if a good grab comes out, this could be huge.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal grab, an awesome get opening pick off the back of it, but Kilroy gonna get 2 kills there with this high noon there. The beat's gonna be there, but the shatter's massive. It's gonna hit multiple players there, and this could still be turnable. As it's gonna be a 2-for-2 trade here for both sides, and the attackers do have the spawn advantage. Kilroy's gonna go down. Phone with another tire, needs to come up massive. He manages to get 1 kill, and he's still alive in the fight here, so he's still gonna have a ton of damage, and the Diva Bomb's gonna as well manage to get a kill. They may be able to turn this actually. Quirky does fall, however, as the immortality fields there, as QZY is gonna fall very low. He's gonna pin in! What was that pin? He's gonna stay alive for now. As Nicolas is gonna come out, Julius is gonna get taken out of mech. He's gonna try to push forward, but he's gonna end up falling. Silencer's gonna get taken down, so nobody take here for either side. Nicolas is gonna come up with 2 kills here, and this is still winnable here for either side. Phone falls low. Kilroy managed to get a kill. Kilroy needs to come up big with more. He's gonna get a decent flashbang, but ATZ managed to find a kill. The Matrix is there as well. This is still winnable here for either side. True Dogger's gonna get taken down, but Phone's gonna manage to come up with the kill of his own, and this is so back and forth here. Quippy's gonna fall to QZY. Who is gonna win this fight? I have no idea. Phone's gonna get taken down by Clueless. Silencer's gonna drop the shatter. It's gonna hit 2 players, and it's gonna result in the kill of Mob Mentality. Are gonna do it. Mob Mentality look like they're gonna hold.
Wow. That was such a long and back and forth fight. So many things happening. And once Clue got that 1v1 kill on the Phone, I thought the fight would have been over. But look at this. Phone has an ultimate ready. And if the Phone lands another huge ultimate, Guangzhou has no... Yeah, they have no... Yep. Let's see what goes on. Clue also has a tire ready too. So you have to be very careful right here.
It's gonna manage to get a kill. It takes down Greek Guy. He's not allowed to follow up on his grab. That means 3 players already down. The high dude comes out from Kilroy just to help secure it here. They managed to get a ticket a bit, but it's not gonna matter, because in the end, they're gonna be held.
And I think that was just insane. The very last fight, a lot of components are moving around that are super crucial. Now, we talked about Kilroy's, not Kilroy, Phone's tire right there. If it got a big value, Guangzhou literally have no chance. But I do want to mention Kilroy literally saved his team right there by being in the right place at the right time. When Clue ulted from the top ledge, high ground, Kilroy was ready. He stunned him and killed him immediately, destroying the tire on the process. So, what was the last straw, the last, piece that could have brought Guangzhou back into the fight was a big ultimate from the side of Clue. It just got denied instantly. So great job from the side of Phone and Kilroy, the both DPS player. But Quirky also, another name that keeps popping up. They have been a phenomenal player right here. Multiple times, right? I'm watching QZY trying to finish off Quirky, and they're just like running circles around the entire statue, buying time and taking up so much attention, because at the time that QZY is trying to kill Quirky, they could have used it to even assist some of their team finishing off targets like Jula or even True Donger, who give a lot of value to these team fights. So really good stuff from Mob Mentality, not breaking their mentals right there, playing, keeping a very, very positive mental even from the start, and just, playing this very back and forth tag of war, where they're just like pulling and pushing, and whoever gets the smallest advantage wins.
Yeah, it really does seem like that here. Mob Mentality, though, has looked like the better team so far, as they're going to look to try to roll over here. So they're going to move on to the point where there's a very early Immortality field, as QZY is going to get taken down. That's a massive opening pick. Clue soon to follow. Folk does get traded out, but I don't know if this is going to really matter, as everybody else is starting to fall. And this is just going to try to stall for as long as they can, try to get any kills. But I don't think they're going to be able to do it, as map 2, just like that, it's going to go the way of Mob Mentality.
That was a very fast map. A very fast map. It just feels like we just started casting this and it's already over. And Phone again getting a play of the game with that beautiful, I believe this will be the beautiful 3-piece right there. They know that Guangzhou will rotate around, go inside the hotel, and just used it perfectly to their advantage. Everybody is just, squashed into one small space. That's just Junkrat's dream right there. You just want to fire in as much as, explosives in there possible, get so much value out of it. And that tire was just amazing. Now, Joe, I do want to talk about this. We looked at the stats at the very beginning and talked to our viewers how the stats are super close and the teams have been neck to neck, but it has
It
been a
doesn't
totally
look like
different.
it.
Yeah, it has been a totally different story. This is 8:30, by the way. Only 30 minutes in, two maps are gone.
And this
This is
and we started, and there was a pause
yeah,
right before map 2, and then we started map 1 like 5 minutes late. So let's say, so it's really closer to like 20,
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
That's 10 minutes per
I
map.
mean, mob
Let that sink
mentality.
in.
This is a Guangzhou gangsters in these first two maps have been rolled and smoked. I mean, like no
I
cap
don't
or
even
tech
know.
about it. Mob
Yeah, like,
mentality looks so good.
and this is just really comes down to how well they play the meta. That's literally it. They are playing sticking to this. So currently in Overwatch, I there's not really one set meta. You could play with so many different things. You could do double shield, you could do ball tracer, you could do a shadow dive. You could even get off if you have a good player. You could even get off with just pure dive or just pure anchor. But the thing is that mob mentality, they stick to this one core fundamental meta and just stick to it and work to it and work with it. And that's what really is giving them the advantage right there. They know how to play around Phone and Kilroy in the DPS line and just kind of mold the entire team around them. Silent Sword and Jula, they might not look like very flashy players, but they're giving a lot of space to Phone and Kilroy to work with here. The fact that Phone is playing Junker and not getting touched at all and doing
I mean,
wrecking as much as havoc as he is, it's amazing. Jula, every single time I'm looking at Jula or going to their perspective, they're eating every single fire strike from QZY. So if you're QZY, how do you even build ultimate charge? If
yeah,
you are a Greek god, yes, you're getting a lot of charge from the Junkrat, but it doesn't matter. You have nothing to really burn it down with. So a lot of fundamentals. The Mohamed Tali just have their fundamentals down, and I think especially at this division, the intermediate division, where the SR range is in the middle, pretty much of the whole side. I think getting the fundamentals down is the most important thing you could do. Fundamentals could literally just win you, take you to around diamond rank or like high diamond or so, just off of fundamentals. You don't even need to have like crazy mechanics. I think that's what mob mentality really has to offer here. They're playing simple heroes. They're playing super simple heroes like Junkrat, McCree. They're playing Reinhardt, and they're just sticking to the fundamentals basically and just winning the game. That's
yeah.
literally the difference.
mob mentality are playing some fundamental Overwatch, and just played it very. They're playing it very well. They understand their win conditions and they understand how to execute them. As it appears, we have our map pick. We're going to be moving over to Escort, and we're going to be going to Rialto.
Rialto. Now, this is a map
Double
that
shield.
I was. Yeah, I was going to say, like, this is a map where Rialto was like probably not a map that I really look forward to playing or like casting up until last week. If you haven't checked out the expert games for last week, please do so, because the game we casted, I'm really blanking on the name right now, for the teams, but that was a crazy game in Rialto, and that really gave me a perspective on how, like, so much potential in this map. This map provides a lot of high ground advantage and a lot of long line of sight. So if you have a very good Widowmaker player or even a Hanzo player, double sniper works amazing in this map if you know how to play around it. And double shield also works really well. And it's even better if you run double shield with double sniper. That's just a double good. So if you could really utilize the long line of sight and the high ground advantage here, you could win. Now, a lot of people might say, oh, Shadow Dime might be really hard to play against. Not really. You have to understand, as long as you're keeping track of Kilroy's EMP or just, the opposing Samba, I said Samba, Sombra's EMP or just Sombra's positioning, you could play really well with a double sniper. As long as you don't let the Sombra sneak up on you and your team has your backup, you're good. Because guess what? Then you're working with players like Reaper, who doesn't really have the range advantage to just aggress on you if you are a sniper or a long range player like Hanzo Widow, and you could really take up a lot of space or deny a lot of space from the opponent team just by having the threat, the presence. Your presence is just the threat here, where you could just utilize that. So I think maybe Guangzhou Bark will not try anything fancy here unless they've been scrimming it. They're probably just going to stick to the shadow dive, the like the core of the entire map dynamic. But if you're doing that, I'll say it 100% right now. You will lose to mob mentality because they're just better at playing the game. So in that environment, and I think mob mentality, they kind of thrive in this shadow dive. They're super comfortable playing it against other teams. So it's not like they're not just good at shadow dive. They're also comfortable playing into it. They know how to deal with it. So if you're going to gangsters right now, maybe try to switch something up here if you're comfortable. But other than that, I don't see how this map will go any way other than mob mentality. Unless if you could prove me wrong, go ahead. I love a good underdog matchup. And look at that, already talking about not double shield quite, but more of a feed, the feed composition that we've been seeing, the feed meta. And this is very interesting. Now, Kilroy is on that Ash with ATZ on the Ash. They're almost identical, except two different things. Ian will be on that, and Ana, and Duality will be on Soldier. Now, I don't really know how the Soldier pick will work out because I do feel like Phone's pick with Echo will be just much more valuable here. I believe we got to actually interview Phone the last week, and he was talking about how Echo has so much value and could burn down tanks, especially like Hog, very quickly.
Yeah,
So
Echo is
Mhm.
probably Echo's one of the best DPS in the current meta,
Oh, definitely.
and
Like,
it's gonna be very hard for Duality to outpace Phone here.
yeah, because Echo just has all the mobility. Like Echo's just flying
Silent
around.
Sword?
She's
Okay.
she's super hard to hit, and on top of that, the burst potential from Echo is just insane. Like look at Silent Sword.
Ooh.
Very good hook. Very good hook.
Silence Sword blown up there. Phone does manage to take down Duality. They're gonna raise up Silencer, so actually gonna have a player advantage here. And Phone managed to get another kill. We got a
Looks like a
pause.
pause from the side
My
of
my favorite thing, mid
Guangzhou.
fight team pause. Mid
Yeah,
team fight
great.
pause.
I mean, just look at the screen right now. It's so majestic. You have Greek God throwing the hook, and then Jula jumping over it.
And it's gonna
Maybe the
hit
hook
you.
will hit. Maybe it will hit True Donger. I mean, maybe. It's very close. But hey, you can never go wrong with a pause like that. But looks like another DC
Oh, that's
uh
unfortunate.
coming out. So I'm not really sure what's going on. So I do believe Pineapple did have ultimate, or was at least close to it. So that will be lost if this is a DC since. Very unfortunate. But the starting of the fight looked super nice from the side of Guangzhou right there. They had the pick on a very crucial person like Greek God, but then like I said, Phone just like went berserk and killed both the DPS and the Sigma off the bat. And it doesn't really matter. Court P is on that Mercy, so they could easily just res that death. So, like I said again, it will be really hard for Duality to match this pace for Phone, especially the fact that they're attacking right now and they don't have access to a lot of high ground. That's all. You also have to take that in account. If you are Soldier, mostly a lot of damage does come out from high ground because if you're not positioned correctly, you'll be just shooting at shields like forever in your entire lifetime. So not that it's a bad thing, but you also want to click heads. So I'm not really sure about the pick from Duality. ATZ does have Ash ready, but Kilroy is just getting more value. So the Bob from the side of Mob Mentality will be getting there faster. But other than that, looks like Jula and QZY have the same ultimate charge. Greek God and Silent Sword also have pretty much the same ultimate charge. Both Flux and Hold Hog are around the same time. But it's just sad to see another DC where I think we're just waiting there. We do have a limit timer limit of 5 minutes. When a DC happens, after 5 minutes we have to start the game no matter if the person joins or not. So whoever Pine, yeah,
Yeah, it's
so I'm
fine.
seeing a lot of, yeah, it was Pine. So a lot of people are saying their internet has been acting pretty
It's
wanky.
unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. I don't know about you guys, but at least in Eastern, I'm from Eastern Time Standard. I'm from New York City. New York City weather has been terrible. Like
Yeah,
it has been raining for the
I
last what last
I
3 days.
live I live just outside DC, and it's been horrible.
Oh, it's
I
been
mean,
horrible.
like,
And
it's been awful.
it's funny because it's raining so much and day gets darker faster. By like 3:45 it's just dark outside. I'm just like, whoa, I'm not used to this. So this is the weather has been disgusting pretty much in New York, and a lot of times some internet does get affected by it. I know, especially for people who live outside of city, they don't have a lot of choices for internet branding, and so they're kind of stuck with this stuck with Spectrum majority of the time, and Spectrum does get affected by weather a lot.
Spectrum's awful.
Yeah, it does get
Oh my
affected by
god,
weather
Spectrum
all the
is
time. So that's one thing I'm
Spectrum.
glad about.
I had
That's one thing I'm
Spectrum.
glad about.
I have Verizon FiOS now, but before that I had Spectrum, and it would
Oh,
cut out
dude,
like
yeah, I had
it was.
Optimum before this, and I had to just switch to Verizon like 3 years ago, and
Yeah,
that's one thing I am glad
We're
about though.
not sponsored, but we could be.
Yeah, yeah.
We could be.
Verizon, if you're listening, okay,
Yeah,
you know you need
Verizon.
to.
If you're
We got you. We
if
got you.
a Verizon representative sees this,
Go for it.
we're open
Yeah.
for to offers.
Yeah, we could talk. Trust us. We could talk all day. Okay. So you need any branding, any advertisement, we
Yeah,
got you. But
fiber
other than
optics,
that,
FiOS fiber optics, best internet out.
yeah,
Once
you know,
again, not sponsored, but
not
could be,
sponsored, but could be.
but could be.
It looks like we should be coming out close to the timer, so I don't think. Oh yeah, so it looks like so we did get the word for True Donger. Pineapple is on, so he will be
Is Jay
joining
getting
us soon.
into the game? He's in,
He's in. He's in.
and he didn't really lose any ult charge because he's on the Mercy.
Oh yeah,
And
that's true.
at the time, he was at 25% to his Mercy ult, which isn't like that big of an issue.
Oh, okay. I was reading the chat and somebody said they had their ultimate. I was like, whoa,
No, nobody has had their ult.
slow. Yeah,
No,
I was just like,
nobody.
you know what? The game just started, and Court P has 41% ult charge. So I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think it was Duality who said that, if I'm
Yeah.
correct. But looks like the pause will be lifted, and the hook actually did hit
The
Jula.
hook did
There
hit
you go.
Jula, but Throat's gonna find 4 kills in the fight. I'll make that 5.
Actually, technically it's 6 because
Wait, was that a
they
6K?
got. I think so. I think
Was
so.
that the 6K cut up by a pause?
I think so because they did get 2 right before the entire thing happened. So I think that was a 6K from him.
Nice.
If I'm not
Good
correct,
job,
chat.
Oh,
Yeah, chat just
you're
click
right
that,
on the
click
flank.
that. Wow, just deleting ATZ right off the back, and that's more time really burned from the side of Guangzhou. And look at this, Duality is really trying their best to keep this high ground pressure and like even take it, but it's just so hard to shoot down phone right
God.
here.
Ooh, Greek God was taken out so low there. He's able to stay alive for now, but this high ground control is fairly good from the side of the Guangzhou Gangsters here. Kill rifle's very low as the tap visor's gonna come out, managed to get 1 kill. It's QZ, why is gonna get 2? And this is looking great here for the Guangzhou Gangsters as the duplicate did come through from phone, but he's gonna be knocked out right about now and sent back to spawn.
Yeah, and everybody got their piece on the last fight, and I like to see that because then everyone gets a little boost to their ultimate. And look at the side of ATC almost has a Bob ready, and Ion has a nano. So now I'm interested to who's going to get the nano. Maybe Bob, maybe Duality. Ooh,
This didn't take it out. Greek God does get traded, however. The Bob's going to get sent forward on to point there. As Greek God's going to be res back into the fight here. The counter Bob's going to come out. Jula's also going to get res. So both the opening picks are practically neutralized there. As Kilroy's going to fall low, but he's going to manage to stay alive for Dallas. Bob's actually going to come up with a kill here. It's looking great for Mob mentality. And they're just going to send the remaining players from Guangzhou back to spawn.
Now it's unfortunate they were so close to getting that point done, and now they have 1 minute and 22 seconds to work with. Now the 2 players you really need to keep an eye out right now. Ooh, that is not fun. So the 2 players you really need to keep an eye out for is Jula and QZY. Whoever lands the bigger flux here will actually pretty much win this point, because then no other ultimate is really available. But look at phone, they do have access to the ultimate. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. If QZY could land a good flux, this will be it.
Yeah. The Mercy ult's gonna come out here as QCY is gonna pop the
Oh,
flux.
no.
I don't think it hit anybody. Oh no, that's so tragic. Phone does manage to get one kill, but that's a phenomenal hook there coming out from Greek Goddess. The duplicate's gonna come through. Phone's gonna pop the whole hog here, trying to get a kill. Kiro's gonna be res back into the fight as Phone has just been popped out of his duplicate. Greek God's gonna follow on high ground. Pineapple's gonna fly up there to keep him up. Phone's gonna manage to get one kill there before getting taken down by ATZ, and this is still anybody's fight to win here. Greek God's gonna get taken down though, but Trudong managed to get down his Amatrix before getting taken down. The Rims are gonna come through on the Trudong, and the Flux is there. It's not gonna result in any kills. ATZ managed to get one. ATZ got fights two at the bomb there. Silent Sword managed to get a hook on the QZY. It's still anybody's fight. Here's the 2-on-2 on point with Phone returning fairly
Oh
soon.
my God.
Greek gotta get the hook on the Silent Sword. It's just Jula, but Phone's returned to the fight now. They're trying to turn this for their team. Greek God's looking for some kills, but he's not able to find anything currently. The Mercy ult's gonna come out. Jula is on point, trying to turn this. He's 40% to his flux. He's not quite. He needs to try to build as fast as possible. The whole hog's gonna come out, send everybody away. Duality's gonna pop the attack visor. He's not gonna get any kills, but it's gonna find a lot of space. Bomb's gonna get sent forward onto the point there, but he's gonna get booped off. They're still contesting it though. Phone's gonna fall. The Ant Matrix is there. ATZ gets down Silent Sword. Everybody's falling. Guangzhou look phenomenal, and it's just two players remaining. The ammo field's there, but it's not gonna matter. Everybody's gonna get taken down, and Guangzhou are gonna manage to cap point A.
I have literally chills going up my spine right now, Joe. That fight was so close. Like the only person
They were just
who was
trading back and
alive.
forth, one for one.
The
I
only
mean,
person,
oh.
like, you have to understand, Joe, the only person who was alive from the side of Guangzhou that could actually do damage was Greek God. Other than that, it was
And he
just
did it!
Pineapple healing him. And he did it. He played so well. He made sure not to get hooked by Silent Sword. And the Silent Sword and Jula, those are two big players from the side of Mob Mentality. He played it perfectly. And that's
Yeah.
how they won the game.
We're gonna see a copy come out. Here's Kilroy's gonna get taken down. My mentality look like they have a bit of Guangzhou, excuse me, look like they have a bit of momentum on the side, but the double whole hog's phenomenal there. Setting two players off the edge, but ATZ's gonna fight two before getting taken down. QZY sends himself off the edge in a fight they probably could have won there.
Yeah, and then the thing is that if you are Guangzhou right now, you're not that sad. You have 1 minute and 30 seconds to work with. Duality almost has the ultimate. Oh, Duality. Oh, this is big.
Duality's
This is
come
big.
off the attack visor on the back of it, and they're just gonna buy themselves so much space there. Phone their main damage dealer. That's a nice hook there onto Jula. It's gonna force the immortality field to come out there. Kilroy could be coming out of position, but he actually catches Duality. The rest is gonna come through though, so they're just gonna practically trade it out here. So it's still anybody's fight, but Greek God's gonna get hooked in and blown up the immortality field a bit too late. The Mercy ult's gonna come out. The immortality field's gonna get taken down. The bomb's gonna get thrown into the back here. It's gonna pump in so much damage. The Flux is great. It's gonna hit 3 players, but not over. And no immortality field's there to keep the players up. Duality managed to get one, but it's not gonna matter as his entire team, including him soon, is gonna be sent back to spawn.
They could still touch this technically. 44 seconds left. Maybe a swap. No. I was thinking maybe a swap from the Pineapple. But ooh, if that hook landed, oh my God, This is a very good pick. If the Mercy does not get to res it, which I don't think will happen from the side of Mob Mentality, they could still push this.
Yeah, they're not able to get the res. Phone
24 seconds.
should be able to return back fast though, because he has a lot of mobility here. They're gonna move forward onto the cart now. The Ant Matrix is gonna come out from both sides where the Storm Media picks Greek God, and ATZ managed to take down their counterparts there, and this could be the fight. They need to hear cap up point B, here everybody else is falling, and they're gonna get all the kills and manage to cap point B here in the end. They're getting another time extension.
This another clutch fight coming out, and like the team is just like Guangzhou Gangster just seem to be so good at clutching.
Ooh.
And a beautiful hook coming out from Greek God, just he's destroying Silent Sword right there. And look at the ultimates from the side of Guangzhou Gangsters, and they have a Flux ready, they have Duality's attack visor, and Pineapple has ultimate. ATZ will also have Bob, which they just used last fight.
Court P falls! Oh no, that's detrimental. The copy's gonna come through there onto the Roadhog here, and it may allow him to get a kill there as the Flux does not result in any kills. The bomb's gonna be sent out onto the point now as the whole hog's gonna come out. The second one from the duplicate's gonna result in a kill. Jula's gonna manage to take down the bomb. There's no bomb still alive for either side. Phone's gonna get taken down by QZY here as they're gonna try to push forward. Silent Sword's gonna fall low there on the side. And this flank could be massive from ATZ. He needs to hit the shots. He's not able to get him. No kills for him as they're going to start to crash on top of him now as he's going to fall back. The Amateur's going to come out here, try to result in some kills. 30 seconds here left on the clock for Guangzhou Gangsters to manage to cap Rialto.
Yeah, and Phone really just Phone did a really good swap right here, I think. Oh no.
That's the pick they might need. Kiroi gets messed up, however. As on the side, ATZ might fall.
Yeah, and now there's no rest from the side of Mob Mentality, so if they could get a pick.
Oh, no. The fork! ATZ gets taken down. The rest is going to be there to bring it back into the fight, but the hook's good. The whole hog in the backline is going to take down Duality, and they're going to hold. The whole hog's going to come up with 4 kills. The Silent Sword's going to bring his team to the hold here right outside of point C. Oh, my word, Sai. Oh.
You know what, Joe? I feel bad for you because every time I'm trying to talk to give you a break, something just starts happening again. You have to go back. So, but what a hectic fight right there. I definitely have to give it to Guangzhou Gangsters for doing what they did. Literally playing clutch twice for the last 2 points, the first point and the second point, almost clutching it to the third point too. A beautiful stuff from coming them out. I think Greek God is playing phenomenal in this map right now. They're doing so much for their team. They're getting some really crucial hooks. Staying alive in that first point was just a miracle. I don't know how they did it. It just Greek God and Pineapple, the Mercy Hog against a Hog and Sigma. So literally just fancy feats coming out from Greek God, just juking all the hooks, all the rocks, and getting the damage in. But I think this was a very nice run from the side of Guangzhou Gangster. Now, what they need to do is give a stellar defense. If their defense is not on par with Mob Mentality, this will be a roll. And this is where I question Duality's pick on that Soldier. Now, Soldier has been working out well on attack. Now, in defense, you do have high ground advantage, but again, the phone's threat on being on Echo is so much greater, especially on a map Rialto, which has so much verticality and so much cover for them to just swerve around everywhere. So again, I don't know about the defensive pick on Soldier, but again, if you have some really good aim on Soldier, you could take down Phone immediately. Oh my god, beautiful hook from
Rickets have fallen.
Yeah,
he hooks his Silent Sword, and then gets taken down for it, and Phone's gonna manage to take down Duality as well. So this is looking good here for the side of Mob Mentality. QZY is gonna drop onto the point there on the Sigma. A whole lot of low stuff.
It's going to be a free push right here, and this is what I was talking about. Phone being on this Echo is a very big threat because that's literally what happened on Greek God. Greek God got a hook off on Silent Sword, but it didn't matter. Phone just used their sticky and beam to literally just melt Greek God, who's a Roadhog. It's not easy to do that. But look at this, Duality getting a crucial pick with Helix Rocket, and maybe 2 even.
Yeah, you see the flank's gonna come out from ATZ, and he's gonna manage to get a kill there. They're gonna contest the cart now. Silent Sword's looking to take down this flanking Ash here. Returning from spawn is gonna be.
Oh, this is a big bomb.
It's gonna be the DPS. His phone's gonna manage to get the kill there onto ATZ, which could be the turning point. They need Silent Sword's gonna hit the hook. The attack visor's there from Duality. Manages to find one. Can he find anything else? I don't know. Jula's gonna fall very low there, but the Immortality Field's there to keep him up forward now. QZY's gonna end up falling to Phone flying high on this Echo, trying to carry his team there. Kilroy's gonna manage to get the kill on the Greek God. It looks like this could be good here for the side of Mob Mentality. The Amateur's gonna come out here from both sides. True Dogger's gonna fall. Could still be turnable. The rest is gonna come through as ATZ's gonna manage to take down Phone. Kilroy's gonna trade out, however, onto it. But the players are so low on the side of Mob Mentality there. The hook's gonna actually take down ATZ, but the Rez is going to come through onto Ian. The flank from Killer is going to get shut down by Duality as he's going to be forced back to the rest of his team. Jula's going to fall there. The Flux is going to come through. It's going to send everybody up. He's going to get hooked out of it, though, but it's not going to matter because the whole hook's going to manage to take down Silent Sword, and they're just going to all get sent back to spawn.
Now, that Flux was pretty interesting to use right there because they did get the point, I believe. But still, look at the time back. I think Guangzhou Gangsters is doing a very good job on like burning the time. And you know what? I have to give it to Duality. They really proved me wrong here. I was talking about how the soldier pick might be iffy, but they're getting a lot of value out of the soldier. And then, I was thinking maybe this is just a phone counter, but it's not really. Burning down the shield, providing healing for the team, and the fact that soldier has the ability to reposition themselves very quickly is really paying out a lot for the side of Guangzhou. But look at this rotation coming out from the side of Mob Mentality. This is a very interesting rotation. Now, what allows this? Look at this.
The Bob.
Now, easy Bob.
Yeah, this crossfire's phenomenal. This was so nice. They rotated everybody except Kilroy. That's gonna just allow them to roll on over. Such a nice understanding of where they were played. It's such a nice rotation to allow to after they can take down Ian to cap point A.
Oh, that was so beautiful to watch from the side of Mob Mentality. And this really reminds me of the whole play. I don't know if you remember the whole play from LA Gladiators, where they, in King's Row, they just kept, not Shifter, Surfer on the point and just rotate everybody else, and Surfer just got killed off a Widow. But look at this. I'm talking about Surfer, but they're getting so many hooks right here. So much fire being thrown out.
Yeah, in this small room there, the Duality used his attack visor, but didn't get any kills off of it. Foe's gonna duplicate the hog there, as Kilroy managed to hit a nice shot there onto ATZ. I look like he wants to go for the res. No! He's gonna get taken down. He wants to go for the res, but gets punished for it. Kilroy's gonna get taken down from Greek God. However, they may be able to turn this here. Is they're going to try to just fight around the staircase. The Flux is going to come out. It's going to hit 4 people. And True Donger's going to fall. Everybody else is going to get taken down very low. He managed to get down the Ant Matrix with his dying breath. But Duality's going to come up with 2 kills there. Silent Sword is going to fall low and get taken down. And everybody on Mob Mentality is going to get sent back.
This is a completely different Guangzhou Gangster we're looking at from the last 2 points. With the last 2 maps, they've been getting smoked, literally rolled by Mob Mentality, and this map they're answering back. They're not holding back. And look at this time, 1 minute and 50 seconds. If they manage to win this fight again, they will pretty much have the upper hand in this entire series. So a lot of damage coming out. Look at the ultimates from the side. Jula has a Flux already, so they have to be really careful. What do you call it? Ian has to be very careful. No, whoa, what happened there?
He killed himself with his own Helix rocket. He's going to manage to get res back into the fight. His phone's going to get taken down by ETZ, but they're going to manage to trade out there. The bomb's going to get thrown in. His phone's going to get res back into the fight. Their mortality field. Grim Trudonger's going to get blown up there as the bomb's going to force a kind of awkward rotation there. Greek Out's going to fall low on point, but he's managed to stay alive. For now, the Flux is going to hit both support. They're both going to fall. The attack visor from Duality, though, is going to be here to try to turn the fight, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. Both DPS and the Sigma now alive. And the Ant Matrix, I think that's a bit of a waste there.
Yeah,
but they're gonna cap
it's fine. True Donger was just making a statement. We see he just put the spray down, did a little teabag. Just flexing his knees real quick. But very interesting use of amplification matrix right there. But it doesn't really matter. They did get the point. And now look at Greek God. Spicy hook, but doesn't really get anything out of it. The follow up was there.
Yeah, no follow-up, really. Damage should have come out now, which means the damage boost is massive. That's 2 opening picks there. Silent Sword and Kilroy eliminated. Jula soon to follow, and Guangzhou are going to hold here.
Oh, Ian just avenged his teammate Duality right there. He was like, you know what? True Donger, you're just going to Amp Matrix and kill my friend. I got you, brother. And that's what they did. That Amp Matrix was huge, getting a lot of value. Another beautiful long-range hook from the side of Greek God. This pretty much spawn camp at this point. And look at this. Phone and Kilroy both have ultimates ready. Now, Phone does have the upper hand here because they could get access to higher ground while doing a Deadeye. But look at the side, ultimates from the side of Guangzhou Gangsters. 4 ultimates ready. Now, actually 5 ultimates ready. That's a lot of firepower, where only 3 are ready from the side of Mob Mentality.
Yeah, only a couple whoops there. The Mercil's gonna come out here from Pineapple, as like you said, they're gonna have 5 ultimates, and they're gonna use the first one.
Oh no!
Gonna be there. The hook, great, but he's managed to stay alive there due to the immortality field. The immortality field's not gonna fall, as the bomb's gonna get sent in from Kilroy, but he's gonna fall very low. The bomb's gonna get sent into their own backline, as QZY is gonna end up falling to silence. So Phone's gonna manage to take down Ian as well. So this is still looking great here for Mob Mentality. 30 seconds left for them to cap this very last spot. This looks very familiar, but the flank's gonna come through and the hook's gonna come through on the ATZ. They're gonna look as Mob Mentality needing one more fight.
Oh, ATZ has ultimate ready, and look at QZY. He could, there could be. Oh,
it's getting through, but the rock hit him. The rock canceled it. He gets stunned out of it. The bomb's gonna get thrown in there, as this could be the last fight of the series. The Air Matrix is there onto the point. The dynamite gets thrown in. Silencer falls. However, that's huge. They're not able to rest that up. 5 seconds left. Can they stay alive? Can they send us to a map 4? And it looks like they're gonna might be able to do it. They're gonna try to do the C9 flux, but it's gonna manage to get a kill there. Judonger's gonna get taken down. Kilroy's gonna get a kill. Green God's gonna pop his whole hog. He's gonna send everybody away, and that's gonna be it here for map number 3. And Guangzhou Gangsters are gonna send us to a map 4.
Guangzhou Gangsters keeping the dream alive, coming back, clapping back really quickly at this map. And look at this, Silent Sword getting the play of the game. I'm pretty sure that is the 4-man ultimate right here. A beautiful 4-piece, just deleting everybody with the whole hog. Gets 1, gets 2, 2 of them actually being headshots. So that's something to put on your resume right there. But look at that, just a phenomenal series. And this is what we expected, Joe. This is what we were expecting when we first read out the stats to the viewers, saying that these two teams are very close in win and losses, not to mention literally separated by 1 map. This is the gameplay we were expecting, not the first 2 ones you've seen, okay? Those were just a fluke, okay? They were just Guangzhou Gangsters just charging up, getting ready for that Super Saiyan, and now they got all the spirit and the power from their friends and families across the world. Now they're ready to just pop off, okay? That's what's been going on. And that was just, I was literally on my edge of my seat the entire time the last fight was going on, because it was anybody's fight. The 2 fluxes were really great. They've been amazing. I thought there was going to be C9 flux. It didn't really happen. They got hooked out. So a lot of great stuff coming out. And this is what we want. Amazing map from the side of Guangzhou Gangsters. I'm pretty sure this takes a lot of mental power to get rolled 2 maps in a row, and then coming to the very last map and doing what they did is not an easy feat to accomplish. So really congrats to Guangzhou Gangsters. They pulled it off even after having a very unfortunate DC from the side of Pine, and it looks like they'll be swapping out Pine.
Breaking news. The bench won a match.
Oh, that's
the
true.
Bench, their final game of the season, have managed I think it was on the other stream, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
They managed to get their first win of the season. Good job to the Bench. And then on one of the other games, it appears Capitalism also managed to take a win. So.
Who did they win against? Because they were actually tied between Obligation Capitalism and MI6 with win and loss.
Yeah, they beat MI6.
Ooh, so that's a good thing to accomplish. So now literally we're just waiting for Double Cap to see what they could do, because if Double Cap could 3-0, they could potentially take second place, but it doesn't matter. No, because Guangzhou Gangsters just won. Yep, they just won a match. So Guangzhou Gangsters literally just secured a spot for them, at least in top 2.
These are our top 2 teams, no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what, they will be the top 2 teams. And now it's just fighting for who gets top or first place. Just to let everybody know who's watching, the Bench actually went 0-6 until today. So 0 win, 6 losses until today, which was 1 map win. So
good job to the boys. Win,
18 map losses. So
good job.
That's a good story. Okay. I'm pretty sure they're not going to make it to playoffs, but that's still a good thing. It's a
good thing to end your season on.
Yep. That's still a very good thing.
But back to this game,
Yeah.
Hanamura is going to be our fourth map of the series here. Mob Mentality's pick. And then the Guangzhou Gangsters have opted to defend.
Hmm. Now, I'm wondering if ATZ will the run the May on this, because the last time we've seen them hover over the May with Clue, but Clue is currently not in the fight. Duality is in here, so I'm not sure if they will run the May, but they'll be pretty interesting to watch. But I'm expecting another echo from the side of Phone, and if you're Guangzhou Gangster, you need to be expecting that too, because I don't know if you've been watching all the games for the previous times Mob Mentality played. Phone loves playing. He absolutely loves playing Echo on Hanamura. So I hope they studied Mob Mentality and are prepared for this matchup, because I'm telling you, Phone, they will run a feed composition. If not, they'll run a ball with Sombra or even Symmetra. But Phone will definitely be on that Echo. So watch out for that. Other than that, I think Guangzhou Gangsters, the way they're handling this is very nice. And Rialto was a very, very good map to watch. Greek God has been playing phenomenally. I think if they keep up the performance they could really get a lot of value, because the hooks have been like amazing.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I think he needs more follow up. A lot of the times the hooks came through from Guangzhou Gangsters, they're beautiful hooks, but there were barely any follow ups. But on the other side, Mom and Tali had all the follow ups they need, either being healing or just bursting down the hog with Greek God. So interesting stuff. Looks like we only have 30 seconds left, and then we'll
But
be
we
getting
have a
started. I'm pretty
substitute.
we do.
Caloric acid. Uh,
Yeah.
she
Yeah. So
will be,
caloric
she
action
will be subbed in. So
for
for
interesting.
Pineapple, that's who was in. Maybe Pine was still having a bit of connection issues. Maybe they just want to run something else, because Pine was running the Mercy the entire time they were in, but Clark was, I'm pretty sure, running the Lucio mainly on map one.
Yeah.
So maybe they
So
want to run a bit of a different comp here for Hanamura.
yeah, maybe. And Hanamura, Lucio does favor a lot, because the mobility really lets you bring the momentum with you from point to point. Usually, you will see majority of the teams running Lucio, favoring Lucio over Mercy, especially on attack, or when you're playing in two CPs. Because once you take the first point, most important thing is you bring the momentum with you. You don't want to give the defending team any chance to get set up and get their positions right and whatnot. You want to take the point and just rush to the second point as quickly as possible. Catch them off guard. Don't let them track your ultimates. Don't let them talk in comms. Nothing like that. So that's pretty good, and that really works well with duality, because guess what? They're running soldier, and they could just run all the way. But looks like they will be sticking to their Mercy Baptiste lineup from the side of at least defending. They are running the feed composition, and look at that, Phone actually not going the Echo. Wow, I love being wrong all the time. But it looks like they're just running Phone on the side of Mob Mentality. They're just going to run with the pure Shadow Dive composition. Corpy getting back on their signature Lucio pick, and I'm excited to see how many boops they get on the point right now, because they have been a very kill hungry Lucio pretty much the entire tournament that I've been casting the game. But looks like they're coming in hot. They want to get at least some want to give their Kilroy some time to get inside, do some damage, maybe get some hacks, and oh, there you go. The rotation is coming. They're going to rotate all the way to the top, and Kilroy will be going the opposite direction, going from the back, trying to see if any crucial picks, any way to maybe hack anyone. But look at that, ATZ and Duality, both are just like positioned really well on top of the buildings. So I think they're gonna just wait until everybody drops at the back right there.
Yes, they're gonna move forward onto the point now. They're gonna try to push forward here, but
no, Greek God
comes out. Greek God's kind of caught out of position. The immortality field somehow doesn't save him. I'm not sure how that happened there. I thought he was safe. Florida Gas is gonna follow as well, and they're just gonna manage to roll over here, finish off the remaining players from Guangzhou and cap point A.
Oh, almost looked like Silent Sword jumped off the map, but don't worry, the tree stopped them. But other than that, that's just a very unfortunate thing, because I was looking at my screen too, and I could assure Greek God was inside the range of immortality field. I don't know what happened there, but look at this now. This is a huge advantage from the side of mob mentality. They have so much momentum coming into this.
Yeah, they're just rolling over here trying to snowball this, and they're just gonna push everybody back. ATC is gonna fall, everybody else is falling there. The Flux gets thrown in. Duality's gonna manage to trade out one. Greek God's gonna get a kill as well. But everybody's taken down here. 2 ticks are gonna come through.
Yep,
ATC
that's
is
the
gonna manage to
entire
touch the
point.
point there on the Tracer, but he's gonna get taken down. Chlorogas is there. Ian with the Am Matrix, but the Diva Bomb's gonna get both of them. Ian managed to get one before he gets taken down, but 3 players are back now. The MP comes out from Kilroy. This may actually be turnable here for the side of Guangzhou. They need to get all their players back a point. Quick gonna pop the whole hook here, but the beat's gonna be there to keep everybody up. Can anybody touch? Ian manages to. The supports are here for the side of Guangzhou. Chloric acid hacked up. He's gonna get taken down, but the Wrecking Ball has returned to the fight now, and they stalled for a decent amount of time, but it's not gonna matter. 440!
Wow.
440!
And this is why you don't give this team any advantage whatsoever, because they know how to take care of it. They know how to mold a advantage into a winning condition, a win condition. So that's what they did right there. That one, like literally, the entire 2 points were taken off of one pick, and that was the one pick was that Greek God got displaced by, I believe, Jula's Diva. The boop displaced him, and then from there they just killed him immediately as soon as possible. And after that, there was just a mob mentality show. Everybody jumping on anybody they kill one. All the squishy players being deleted off the point, and after that, Court B just uses their speed boost to get the team rolling for the second point. And the coalition, the timing of the coalition was so perfect that everybody from the side of Guangzhou Gangsters were just upstairs holding that defense, but they're all lined up for their coalition in the little, very small catwalk up there. And that's what they did. Trudonger just went up there, just beamed everybody down as much as possible and got the kill. Now, we see a very interesting thing here. Duality running the Reaper and ATZ on that Symmetra. So we should be seeing a Symmetra teleport either onto the point or on that little hut to the left of the point. Usually want to put it up there and then kind of rotate behind the point. Phone on the other hand, want to look out for that Junkrat right there. Junkrat has been a very interesting pick so far. They've been getting a lot of value out of Junkrat. So this choke point will be very interesting to watch because this is where Junkrat really thrives.
That concussion mine sends everybody up.
Wow. Oh my god. Are you guys like okay? What's going on? Like, what is like mob mentality drinking? Like I need to have a talk with their coach. Who's mob mentality's coach? Okay, I need to talk with them. Like what are they feeding these DPS? Like what are you feeding them, dude? So that was a beautiful play from the side of Phone. He concussion mine on top of the team, and then threw one inside the team and just displaced everybody, pushing them towards Kilroy. And Kilroy just got a 4K off of that. Just 2 headshots, I believe. So very fascinating.
3 of those kills were headshots. I mean, Immortality field forced out early. Everybody's gonna fall low. In front with this Fable, Tire's gonna get 2 kills there. The rest is going to come through to revive the only player they lost. Silencer does fall, so we may see a fast push coming out here from the side of Guangzhou.
Yeah, this is what they need right now. This fast push. At least a single pick will be amazing for them right now. Duality actually switching over to the McCree, seeing if they could any other value. But looks like, I don't know. This, not having a Lucian attack is really hurting Guangzhou Gangsters right now because they could have easily swapped aggress to the point while Silent was down if they had a Lucio.
They're going to have moved on to the point right about now as the Amateur's going to be there for True Longer. The Diva Bomb's going to get thrown. Second result today he kills, but Phone does fall there. That's a massive loss. Ian's going to get taken down by Jula. The Shatter! He gets canceled out of his Shatter. His Silent Sword's going to drop it. QZY gets canceled out of his own Shatter, and it opens up the door for Silent Sword. And they're going to hold.
Wow. I did not know Phone could play this well of Junkrat.
I didn't know it was possible to carry this hard on Junkrat.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have seen it in bronze level stream, but other than that, wow, this is like really impressive stuff. Like, we're talking about playing Junkrat at this level against a diva. It's like it's not that easy. But look at Kilroy. They do have access to their ultimate, so the bot might be getting thrown out soon. Immortality field does come out, but not a lot of value. They're just going to kind of, oh no.
The tire comes out from phone as QCY is gonna fall. Untire manages to get one. ATC's in a very awkward position, so he gets taken down. And only a minute left here for Guangzhou to cap point A.
And that was so unfortunate because QCY did have a good pin right there, but got stopped by the little doors. So very unfortunate. But does swap over to the Winston. I don't know how that's gonna work out against a phone's against a Junkrat, because Junkrat could easily just boop you off. But look at this beautiful pick coming out. They have to make sure that it doesn't get raised.
Oh, phone gets a kill, bro. Oh, it was a nice opening pick, but I don't know if it's really gonna matter. ATC just managed to get one. They do manage to get a resurrect off. So this may be turnable here. So they're gonna burst forward through the door. Ian does end up getting taken down, however, so this is not looking great. True Donger's Immortality Field gets taken down. Diva Bomb on point. It's not going to result in any kills, but Silent Sword's going to get taken down. That could be the pick they need. There's only a couple players left here on the point, but Kilroy and True Donger are managed to get to kill a piece. Julius contesting for as long as possible, which is going to give time for Photo.
Oh, no,
going to come through. Duality's going to get taken down from Jula. QZY is going to get resurrected. The Diva Bomb's gonna get thrown. It's not gonna get any kills. The bomb's gonna be thrown out from Kilroy. On the point, the ball! Ian gets two! He's trying to turn this here. Deflects the board, switching over to Lucio. Manages to get 2 kills there for his team. Poor Caps, it's gonna get taken down by Kilroy. However, Jula's gonna get taken out of the mech. This could still go either way. Silence's gonna get taken down. QCY jumps off the edge.
QCY, what happened?
He jumped off the edge.
That looks so good. I was just about to say, look at QZY. He actually might boop Silent Sword off with Blind Rage, and I just see him fling himself out the map, but it doesn't matter. The team gets, Guangzhou Gangsters get the point anyways. They are naturally will have less time in the time bank, because look at this, they almost only have half of what Mob Mentality have, but it doesn't matter. You still took first point in the very last, with your very last breath. So something to celebrate. But look at this, Phone has a tire ready.
Playing on Lucio Mercy.
It's very interesting.
He had switched to Lucio to get back to the point, and he just opting to stay on it. Okay. The Ambixer's gonna get thrown on top, and Phone in QZY's face is gonna manage to take him down there. And that looks like it's going to be the only pick they need. His phone's going to manage to get a follow-up there onto ATZ, as everybody else is going to be sent back to stall.
Yeah, you want to reset as soon as possible right now, because QZY died, and there's just no point of playing this out. And now, this is where things get really iffy, where if Ian could build their ultimate before Phone actually launches the tire, that'll be crucial. But the thing is, Phone has access to, he could do it anytime he wants, and he's looking for it. Look at his position, Phone's position. He's playing from the side right here. He wants to do as much as damage possible to the tanks, and then just tire whenever they're progressing.
There you go. Oh, ATZ falls. The sound barrier is there for now, but it's not gonna catch Caloric. And that's such a nice play there from Phone, realizing that the beat didn't hit the players there on the side and managed to get a kill off within a situation where it looked like he wasn't going to get anything.
And this is what I was talking about. QZY staying on this Winston is very questionable, especially against a player like Phone and Kilroy. They both have boops, they both have traps. They could easily burn you down. So I don't think running the Winston here is a very optimal thing to do, unless they could build the ultimate charge quite fast, which doesn't look like it's happening really. 60 seconds left, and look at the ultimates. 3 ultimates ready for each side. Yeah,
they need to cap with time if they want a chance to even get another attack there. The Shatter's going to get sent into the Winston bubble as the attack visor's going to come out there. You see the accuracy played on the side of the high ground. That's going to be from Duality. He manages to find 2 there as the Dynamite's going to get thrown on top of Corpius. They're going to fall fairly low, going to get taken down there. Kilroy on the high ground's going to fall fairly low as well, but he's going to manage to take it down. ATC, Ian gets the kill as well. Foe comes hit up big with the tire. The Reds is going to come through onto ATZ. They have Matrix thrown in on point. The Primal Rage trying to push everybody away. From the high ground, Corpy's driving in onto ATZ. Is he's going to actually take down ATZ? Foe gets 2 kills. ATZ's bomb from his grave managed to get 2 as well. Great God X is the only one on point. He gets D-Mech, and that looks like it should be it. That's going to be it. And it looks like I gonna shut up because Korg managed to touch somehow, and that's gonna be it. Mob Mentality are the best team in Intermediate.
Wow, what a stellar performance coming out from them. Really just putting the nail on the coffin right here. Ian actually, Ian actually steals the play of the game from Kilroy. It's 4K. Look at this beautiful boot right there. And this is what I was talking about. I was kind of confused why they were Guangzhou Gangsters were not really in favor of running this Lucio in their composition, because Lucio just provides so much utility that you could like really take advantage of. We're talking about how Silent Sword was taken out early in one of the fights, and they just couldn't make it to the point in time because they didn't have a Lucio. So I really hope that Guangzhou Gangster go over the bots from this match, because it even though the score might show it that it was quite dominant, which it was at the very beginning, but the last 2 games were fairly close. And if
Hanamura wasn't that close.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it wasn't that close. But the clutch was good though. The clutch was good at the very end, but Rialto was super close. So I think if Guangzhou,
that's one of the best maps I've seen all season. I mean,
I'm telling you, Rialto has been a map where we've been casting that just gets so many good matches, because from Expert we've seen last season, Rialto was a phenomenal game between Jazza and Target Quad that were just popping off on Widow. Like that was insane.
This week,
you guys, this week, we have this,
and there's still more names to come. So
yeah, definitely.
I have one question for you. Who do you want to interview for Mob Mentality?
Ooh, okay. So now this is interesting. We've been interviewing Phone for the last 2 times, and I know that they do want other people to come on.
We were supposed to get Red Knight, but Red Knight's not here.
Red Knight is not here, so that is a sad.
Do you want
to? We did Quirk P. We could do Jula or Killjoy.
Yeah, let's get Jula in here.
Jula? Okay, Jula, that sounds good.
Bring them on in.
I think if Guangzhou Gangsters look over the VODs, especially for this matchup, they'll learn a lot. There's a lot to learn here, a lot to work with. And I think if they really work it together, this Guangzhou Gangster has a lot of potential. Maybe this is just not their meta. Maybe they could try something else, be really good at it. But Mob Mentality, like, have Shadow Dive down to the very last word, last letter, last period. Like, these guys are just so good at playing this composition, especially Phone. Like the Phone is such a flexible DPS player. Like, anything you put him, he'll be good at. But I'm going to stop. We do have Jula on the line and Silent Sword. Wow, we're getting a dual. It's a special interview for the last week. Okay, guys. But we get dual interviews. I'm excited for this. Now I'm going to start off.
We're good. Very good.
I'm chilling.
You're chilling? I mean, that's what we're talking about. Now, first things first, congrats on winning the first seed for going into playoffs. So very interesting. This was a very nice map to watch. Now, my question is, like, what was going on? And, obviously Rialto was a very close map, and it was super fun to watch from both sides. But I'm going to put you two on the spot because you guys were the only 2 alive on the first point, while it was I believe Which
one are you?
We're talking Rialto.
Rialto. Yeah, Rialto. When you guys were,
it was an attack or a defense?
You guys were on defense. It was first point of their attack.
And it was only Mercy and Hog alive, and you 2 are there. And so I don't know what happened, but he managed to win that fight. So what was going on there?
Just a bit of disorganization, I guess. Maybe a little bit of panic went through.
And I had to reload last second, which sucks because I was about to kill the Mercy.
Oof. That does suck. Mercy is like super slippery. But now that you guys are first seed, right, going into playoffs, who do you have really an eye out for other than Guangzhou Gangsters, of course? Like I think they have a lot of potential, but is there any potential, threat coming into this playoff that you guys maybe been looking in their team of like, yeah, you know what, maybe they're not playing what they should be, like they have something up their sleeves or something, or if you guys even have something up your sleeves, obviously you're not going to say it in the stream, but just give us a little insight about playoffs.
So I think Double Cap is a clear contender. I think we could easily meet them in the finals.
Ooh,
Um,
Ooh.
ooh.
Other than that, I can't really think of any super strong teams. I guess Guangzhou could also make it potentially.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I think Obligation has a chance of making it. They could be a dark horse run. I don't think they're doing the greatest right now, especially since they did just get, I think it was 3-0'd by DC, um, which does make them a little bit less terrifying. But I think if they could get it together, they could also just make a dark horse run through playoffs.
Very interesting. A lot of undergone teams being spoken about here. So I'm excited for the playoffs. And the guys, like, best believe I'm gonna cast them. No, don't get me wrong. But other than that, now I'm gonna pass it over to my good man Joe. I'm pretty sure he has some really fun questions ready for you guys.
Yeah. Thank you. So coming into this week, I wasn't really too sure about what the meta was going to be. Was there something in scrims that was there like any shift in the meta like you guys saw in scrims, or is it still just? Do you guys expect it to still be more of just this kind of shadow dive stuff?
So obviously, like more comps are coming into the mix. Like, I know some teams are trying some double shield stuff, but I think we can continue on with Shadow Dive and have success.
I feel the same as Yola. The only thing that I also see is a lot of more pig's feet coming in. I feel like if there was more people playing ball, we would see a lot more ball. But in Inter, I don't think there's that many good ball players. So instead, more people are going to gravitate to playing the pig's feet because, especially teams that have less coordination than the top ranks, will try to go to it because it's a comp that can easily just win off of good mechanics.
Yeah, certainly. So, one final question for you. So, of course, this is the last week of the regular season. Do you guys think you can take it all?
100%.
This is with a backup main tank in. Just imagine if Red Knight was here.
I was about to say, are you shit talking silent? And then I realized you were silent.
Yeah, I am silent.
Just shit talk himself. That's how you do it. That's the biggest game plan. Shit talk yourself and then perform better. That's how you win the crowd. But
Exactly.
yeah, I think other than that, like one question is like, does anybody know what happened to Red Knight? Like, is he just not playing today, or?
He was out of town for family shit.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Unfortunate. He was supposed to get the interview today.
Yeah,
We don't set it up. It was all ready.
You can give it to him in playoffs. It's all right.
Yeah. Also, now I want to say one thing. I have 2 interviews over Red Knight, and that's the only reason why I want to interview today.
It looks like you guys had a lot of fun playing this series. I definitely had a lot of fun casting it. I know Joe had a lot of fun casting it. But other than that, like, great job, guys. Like I said, every time I get to see you guys a game, it makes me really happy, because I remember when you guys first started the match, I was actually there in the Smiley tournament casting your games. So I've seen the team kind of mold over time, and it's just really nice to see you guys getting together. So again, good job securing the first spot, and best of luck to all of you going to the finals, and take it all home. Like you guys said, there will be some ups and downs, but let's take it home. Other than that, thank you so much for everyone who's watching the stream right now, or even just opting in from other streams. Just to update you, it is a 3-1 win for Mob Mentality against Guangzhou Gangsters. A very fun match to watch. Definitely go ahead, if you missed the stream or any other streams, just go to the YouTube channel for League Zero. You could find all the games there in their playlist. Even the ones that are not being streamed are recorded and put up there. And thank you again, everyone. This is a great start for our weekend. Hope everybody has a great evening, a great night, whatever your time zone is. And my name is Sai. I'm here with my co-caster Joe, and we'll be calling it a day.